I came upon the realization a long time ago that I'd rather live life than clean life. I needed less things to dust. And this is like in the 80s and the 90s. I tried to declutter and only keep those things that were sentimental. Hello, everyone. I was thinking about giving you a tour of wall decor. And I don't think I have a ton of it, but I also want to think about what do I want to do differently. I would love to hear from you. I am not going to show you all the taxidermy that my husband has because I don't really have a say in it other than no dead things hanging on the walls in my bedroom. I just don't do that. So I'm going to honor him, and we are going to stick to the wall hangings that are precious to me and also ones that I'm questioning. I look forward to your feedback on the ideas that I have, and I would love to hear from you. Let's take a tour. So I'm starting in our master bedroom, and I got this piece from an actual like craft show, antique show. And these are ceiling tiles from an opera house that have been put into kind of a barnwood frame. And I absolutely love them just because they're different and unique and add texture. And I do have some family frames on the wall. I'm not going to show all of those, but I will show you these above the bed. So this little metal item I got from my sister and brother-in-law as a gift. This is a photo we took in Alaska on one of our trips, and that is a photo at Arches National Park. Everybody was tired when we went there and nobody was ready to go down to that view. I just happened to hit the view at the perfect time when the sun was setting, and I absolutely love that one. We get to enjoy those because those are special memories for us and special vacations. Well, the top left is a special memory for me because I went. And then we have this, which came from my husband's grandmother. And we are in Texas. We have a lot of Western theme going on, so you'll see that a little bit. And then my walls are kind of bare. Hey. I used to have another frame here, but I'm thinking of making some changes and maybe bringing some of my jewelry hanging stuff over here because this is where I get ready. That's my neck brace right here. But this is where I get ready in the morning. And I'm thinking about moving my jewelry from my closet to here. Plus, if you have watched my decluttering of my armoire and my dresser, I have a couple of empty drawers now. And so I could bring my jewelry that doesn't go hanging on the wall and put them there. So let me take you to that real quick. So we are in my closet now, and I got this little hanger off of Etsy. And I made this hanger from a frame and some chicken wire, and then it hangs off of a wire in the back that's covered in burlap. So those are for my hanging earrings. And I'm thinking about moving those two to the right of my vanity where I get ready. And then please don't pay attention to this mess. This is from when I was on vacation. I haven't unloaded my jewelry, but this is a jewelry case that takes up a lot of room, and I don't have all the drawers full. There's probably at least four empty drawers in there. And so I was thinking of, then this would have to move somewhere for my bracelets. And then I also have this little, you know what? This is money that came from my dad and my mom. They're not really worth anything except for face value. I need to either decide to give them as tips or take them to the bank or something. But I have some chapstick in here, some earrings that hang here or that don't hang, that have the post backs to them. So I'd have to figure out if those then go into a drawer. A friend of ours actually, this is one of 50, Melanie, did this painting. It's a print of it, but it's so pretty. I love the colors and I just had to have it. So I don't have a ton of wall space, so why not put that in the water closet? And then finally, if you watched my decluttering on clothes, hanging clothes, this material used to be a shower curtain, and I used part of it to put on that blue jean dress. So I'll try to put a picture in here for that. And then I have my little match holder because I burn candles while I'm taking a lovely bath. And then we have this watercolor painting, which I just think is another beautiful item. And then I have my stained glass. I have the other partner to that one in my kitchen window. And that's my bedroom. This is our bathroom. This dresser was my great aunt's, and this hat rack has all of my hats, which I decluttered. The top right one, I'm gonna see if my sister-in-law wants. But I was thinking I could also move those into my closet and maybe put my jewelry here and put the mirror up there. So that's another option. We are in the living room now, and this is where my husband has most of his taxidermy. So I'm not going to be showing you that, but this is a textile that my mother-in-law brought us from Mexico. And I just thought it was beautiful colors and took our very beige space and gave it some color. This painting, that is an oil painting of his father, and supposedly this was like on a National Geographic magazine at one point, but my ex-sister-in-law painted this from the picture, and so we really love that one. The other painting that we have is this one, same artist, and my father-in-law, who I never met. He passed before I met my husband, but we do love these paintings. In the kitchen, I've showed you my handkerchiefs in another decluttering of my armoire. And then there's the stained glass that matches the one in the bathroom. And then over here, this was thrifted actually from a little antique place. It's a blueberry wreath. And then this is actually a window frame, and that curtain is from Walmart. And I have had that thing for years. It was in our other house, and it makes me feel like it's country, and I love it. And then this painting right here was from my parents' house, and after my dad passed, I brought it. We are in here all the time, and it just keeps it in front of us. And a little clock. Then we come around, and this is in our entryway. And then we have this painting, which is also thrifted from our Meals on Wheels thrift shop. And then behind our door entry, my husband's hats. And I bought these holders from Etsy as well. It's a shame you can't see them, but we'll have to have a little talk about him doing a little decluttering. I have this clock in the living room, my ladder that literally my husband and my brother-in-law had thrown into a dumpster. It was my parents, and my sister and I asked them to go back and pull them out. So I'm glad that these were salvaged. And then into my guest bathroom. That's when I was in photography in college in 1984 or 85. This was my husband's grandmother's. I just thought it's so sweet. My theme in here is black and white. And then we have over here, this is from a bathhouse in Arkansas. And these are postcards, but this is over the toilet. So I don't have a ton here. I have quite a bit of empty wall space, and I'm good with that. Got a couple of hooks and a couple of towel racks. Now this is what we call the Africa room. And I did a decluttering and organizing of it probably a good month ago. And this is a tapestry or piece of cloth that my mother-in-law gave to us. And if you hear pattering feet, I am dog sitting for my mother-in-law. These little hooks I got off of Etsy. My husband brought this and these over here from Africa. The only exception is this guy right here that came from an antique store. And the shelf that they're on, I've probably had 40 years and painted it black to go with this room. Other items on this wall are taxidermy stuff, but the wall that the bed is on, this is the accent wall, and I don't have anything on here. And finally, this is my office, and this was an item my mother-in-law got us. I want to say she said it came from India, but it's actually like shutters for a window, but I love the paint on it, and I don't know, it makes me cheery when I see that. This is a wreath that I made out of my dad's ties, and he used to have it hanging in his house. And so now it's hanging in the bedroom that he used to sleep in when he came to visit me. And then here on this wall, these are sentimental. This is probably from the 1980s, 1990s. These were actually parts of quilt from my grandmother, and the quilts were falling apart. So my sister and I made that. I made this one over here, and it was a way to preserve them. And then this is a watercolor that my mother-in-law gave to us. And this is dried flowers from my mother's funeral that my sister arranged and put into that beautiful frame. That doily right there is one that my grandmother made. And I just thought it was so pretty. We call this the red room because the bedspread has red, or the antique room because this is where a lot of the antiques are. But I wanted to show you this a little bit closer. That one was thrifted. I just think it's so pretty. This is probably one of the busiest walls I have, but I really love it. And then over here, this is a watercolor from my husband's grandmother. And I just love watercolors. They're just so pretty. Family photos are to the left, and then to the right of this window are some other family photos. And this is a song sheet that my niece gave to me after my mom passed. And these are magnetic, so you can actually buy more and replace them in there if you wanted to do that. And then finally, this item here, these are flowers from my mom's funeral that my sister dried and put into this lovely frame. And that's the only decoration that I have in this tiny little haul. What do you think? I think it's not minimalist, but medium-ish. The help I need from you is the jewelry case and the jewelry hangers. Should I move those over to where I get ready every morning and make more room in my closet? What do you think? Or should I move them to where those hats were? Those are the kind of things I'm toying with, and I'm just not quite sure yet. So I would love your feedback on that. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. As my dad always closed his voicemail messages, bye for now.